I did get an email just to let everybody out there know that the strip club downtown is open for business right now.
The one with the
strip
club.
The haunted one?
The one with the haunted house. The one with the haunted house strip club is open for business. Can you do you think they're wearing masks?
How do you socially distance a lap dance?
She stands like literally 6 feet away in air lap dance. It's like air guitar.
Oh my god!
Is it like a projector?
Oh my god! Do you think that they have like those glass panels up?
Do you, like?
Is it like 42nd Street in the 90s again, where like you put a quarter in? And the curtain lifts?
Yes.
Oh my god! Is the entire like stage filled with like those glass panels?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those
I
barriers?
hope so.
Oh, my God.
It's retro. Let's go. Put your quarters in, get your little dance.
So, okay, we're here, episode 3.
Everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks here. And I want to congratulate us, the collective, because we started these 2 episodes before. We didn't know what we were doing. We're still figuring it out, but we got approved. We are on iTunes officially.
Hell yeah, baby.
We are on Spotify officially.
Yeah.
And of course, we have our stuff up on YouTube as well. Mm-hmm. So, that's a pretty big deal. Like that you can find us, you can literally go to Spotify and type in Everyone Sucks Here. We're the first thing that comes up. You go to Apple Podcast or iTunes, you type in Everyone Sucks Here. We're the first podcast that comes up. That's awesome. So I think we should be proud of ourselves.
Yeah, we're grown up. I like it.
We did it. Like, it wasn't just some bullshit where like we were saying it. Like,
are we like teenage podcasters now?
We're like adolescent podcasters.
Yeah.
Like,
did we hit podcast
we're still
puberty?
Podcast puberty?
Yeah, podcast puberty.
I think when we get our first ad, then we'll be like, teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Our first MeUndies ad.
There we go.
Hey, you hear that, MeUndies? Sponsor me again.
Holler at your girl. I have a good butt, MeUndies.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if all of us were sponsored by MeUndies? We previously were sponsored by MeUndies for a very short period of time.
We both had different sponsorships. Mine came. I made a whole commercial because I do not have a good butt, but I did buy a pair of rip away pants just to show off my MeUndies in a commercial. So, MeUndies.
I remember this. That sounds oddly familiar.
I'll show you the video later.
Great.
I also made a commercial that featured a blow-up doll. But
yeah, I'm sure they love that, Sam.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Well,
it was good. Are you kidding? And plus, their underwear really is really comfortable.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard it's actually
it is surprisingly comfortable.
It is really good.
It is comfortable.
Yeah. I like their patterns and stuff.
We're not actually sponsored, but hey, if you want to come and sponsor us again, we're all for it.
Hey.
It's sponsored the Everyone Sucks Here podcast. We're all for it.
Where's my Awooga soundboard?
Right.
See, now that we're real podcasters, we need like a soundboard.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get the whole soundboard going.
God.
We got to turn into some bullshit like 1990s disco jockey. Wow, disco jockey. Okay, moving on. We are here to discuss.
Boomer.
So for real, right? We have some more. Am I the assholes? Relationships, misconnection. We got all sorts of good stuff. The last episode 2, we all kind of touched base with some that we were going to read. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into those now. Like we don't want to like bring them up and then never mention them again, because I'm sure there might have been somebody who was like, oh my God, they mentioned this one, but it just faded away. So no, it didn't. We got you. It's here. It's coming right now.
Yelling.
So, do you guys mind? Do you mind if I start this one? Because I already have pulled up here. Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this one, I thought you guys would both love this. That's kind of why I picked it.
He always goes for the ones that are
going to be mad.
Yeah,
he picks the ones that are going to make us mad.
He always goes for the ones that are going to piss us off the most first.
I try to go for the short but sweet ones too, though. So it's not too deep or anything. Okay, so here we go.
I'm ready.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay at a restaurant that was false advertising? Which is that, I mean, based off that statement, you're like, you know, you already have thoughts like, okay, well, what's this going to be?
I'm ready.
It's going to get
curious.
good. So my girlfriend, her 27, me 28, once, I love this kid, her 27, me 28.
Me 28.
Caveman,
me caveman.
vernacular over here, wants to go to this fancy new restaurant in the city that she's heard good things about. We get there, and it seems like one of those hipster places, but whatever, I'm hungry. I look at the menu, and this place is crazy expensive. Like, every dish is more than $15 to $20, and half the ingredients I've never heard of. You ever just get mad because you're not cultured?
I don't know what this is.
Do you get your $15 entree? What?
What paprika? I don't know. What adobo? I don't know. I order the bison steak, $26, and my
That's
girlfriend,
great price.
right?
Is it?
That's a great. Yeah, that's a good price. That's
Okay.
not.
I've
crazy.
never even heard of bison steak. Go ahead.
And my girlfriend orders some weird gnocchi, I think, $18. Who goes weird gnocchi? But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm getting very, very important. These were listed as entrees on the menu. Mind you, with drinks plus tip, this is going to come out to over $60, which is already ridiculous for dinner for two people.
Is it?
So anyway, we order as we are starving. My steak arrives, and I am shocked. It's like 6 small pieces of sliced steak and some weird sauce on the side, and a small handful of salad. I joke to the waiter, "Where's the rest of my steak?" And he explains they serve smaller portions at this restaurant because they focus on getting the highest quality ingredients. I don't care if this bison was blessed by the Pope himself. It's absurd to charge this much for such a small bit of steak. It's highway robbery. When I go to restaurants, I expect an entree to fill me up and to be enough for leftovers. I'm complaining to my girlfriend, and she's getting annoyed with me. Similar situation with her pasta. It was like maybe 12 pieces of gnocchi dressed up with some frou-frou bullshit. Granted, the food is pretty good, but I cannot get over how tiny these portions are. Little bites.
Little bits.
Little bits. I'm a big guy and I like to eat. What can I say? When the waiter comes back, I inform him we will not be paying for our meal. And they are falsely advertising entrees that barely qualify as a light snack. My girlfriend is begging me to stop, but that's where we're different. I don't let businesses push me around and rip me off. As a manager comes and apologizes, but asks us to leave. I don't end up paying, as they realize I called them out on their bullshit. My girlfriend is silent the entire time on the way back home. I'm still hungry, so I drive through McDonald's and get a burger. And when I did that, she asked to be dropped off at her place. It's now the next day, and I'm starting to think I didn't handle the situation as well as I could have. I could have probably just asked for a discount. My girlfriend hasn't responded to my text, so now I'm starting to think I'm an asshole. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God.
Enthusiastically, yes. I don't know your experiences with situations like this, so I'll let you both go first. But I feel like this is my wheelhouse. Like, this is my time to shine.
Okay. So here's the most I can say with my experience with this. I mean, he's 28, right? So you're telling me, right? He's not acting like it. No, he's not acting like it. But he is 28 years old, and you're telling me this dude has never been to a restaurant that like has high quality meals, so that like, you're gonna pay.
Right.
That
isn't a TGI Fridays.
That's what I'm saying. Like he went into this expecting. He went into this expecting a TGI Fridays or a Chili's.
Yeah.
That's what he was expecting. But he also says like. It's a fancy new restaurant like that his girlfriend wanted to go to. What did you expect, dude? Like, and the fact that he calls her gnocchi, the sauce on the gnocchi, frou-frou bullshit. He
misspells gnocchi completely.
Yeah.
He didn't even spell it right.
he sits there and says he describes everything as a weird sauce and how they have all these ingredients he's never heard of. And I'm like, oh,
this man eats hot dogs and French fries only.
This man only eats like grilled cheese and mac and cheese and some toast. Like this is a dude who complains about avocado toast.
This man takes a rolling pin to a hot dog and calls it bacon. Like this is like
absolutely.
This dude has no culinary culture in him whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not like peak culinary knowledge, not at all. But like at the same time, you got to know what you go into. I mean, hell, when you go to a restaurant like this, they have a look to them. You know, there's a look. There's an atmosphere to them. It's not just the menu. There's an atmosphere. I guarantee when he says, "Oh, it's one of those hipster places," he probably meant it's clean. You know, like it doesn't have
some pictures on the walls.
Yeah. It probably doesn't have like a bicycle and like a fucking a bicycle on the wall next to like a ram's horn and like a trumpet. You know, like he didn't he didn't see his safety trumpet and he got freaked out. So
he was like, "This is not a Cracker Barrel."
And on top of that, how do you go and eat a bison steak and you're like, "I'm gonna follow that up with some McDonald's"? Like,
I don't know.
So I have never heard of like bison steak. Is there a different like? Is there like a different
leaner
cut to
than
it?
regular beef? It's leaner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's more expensive.
So I'm looking at these prices. He says every dish is more than $15 to $20. Has he ever been to the Cheesecake Factory? Because that's
even the cheese, right?
Pretty much about the same cost for for an entree or like a meal or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you order a steak, you're gonna pay that much. Like that's how much
it's a steak
food
point blank
costs.
period. Even in a Fridays, you're gonna pay $26.
Yeah, like I mean, even Fridays. I mean, I'm not going to right now, but we could pull up a menu for Fridays and price check their steaks. They're in the $20 range. Like there's gonna be. It's a steak. You know, like you can't compare that to your McDonald's burger. Like. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So okay. So
as someone who has previously worked in food service and in like the service industry as a whole, you know, as a teenager I worked at Taco Bell, and then early 20s I worked as a bartender. I've had these customers, especially at Taco Bell. And I know that this doesn't compare to this fancy restaurant, but I have 100% gotten that customer who eats the whole fucking burrito and then goes, "I ordered this without onions and it had onions in it and I want my money back." You ate the whole fucking thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
me? That's what I was going to bring up. I was going to bring that up too. Like you ate the whole thing and then you complained?
Exactly. Okay. You ate the whole thing. As a bartender, I also worked in a restaurant. I worked in a restaurant. But I had nothing to do with the restaurant. I only had, to do with the bar. But I would hear the waitresses and the waiters complain about these people who would literally eat half the fucking plate and then say, "Oh, this had onions in it and I ordered it without onions," or "Oh, this is not what I wanted, but I ate the whole thing anyway." What the fuck is the point? Why would you eat the whole fucking thing and then determine, this wasn't that great? I refuse to pay for it.
I've just never been in a situation where I can't imagine having the gall to eat an entire meal and then then when they come say, "I'm not going to pay for this." And I love how the wording of it when he said they realized I called them out on their bullshit. No, motherfucker. They didn't realize you called them out. They don't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
They just want to get you out as fast as possible. This was no "Oh, sir, you're right." If that was the case, they're going to lower their prices in the whole damn menu, and they're not going to for this one smarmy asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
So I hands down say asshole.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I 100% say he's the asshole.
I do want to hear what Sushie has to say though, because you were saying this is your wheelhouse.
I'm just going to start reading. Okay, so AJ and Sam already know, but I have been in hospitality since I was about 16 years old. I have other jobs, but that's always been a reoccurring theme in my life. So pretty much I've had every position in a restaurant, from a TGI Fridays all the way up to very, very fine dining. I've kind of seen it all. I've heard it all. I've seen it all. I've been there. First and foremost, restaurants, even the cheapest of them, are a luxury. You don't need to be there. You can cook at home. I'm not saying people don't deserve to have a good time, but not everything is for everyone. You can find something in your price range. Also, a lot of people are just used to a chain restaurant, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if something is more of like a restaurant with a chef. I don't want to seem like I'm talking down to people. A restaurant with like a curated menu and a chef that's purposeful, it's not going to be in the same price range as a chain restaurant by its nature. It's just not going to. They're not going to have those wholesale pricing that, you know, like a McDonald's can because they're sourcing from all over the world. It's not like that. There's in every location, excuse me, there is local restaurant food distributors, and those are your choices.
Right.
And that's it. The price is locked in. So unless you have a very, very big chain where you can open up that pricing, they just can't get that. So you are paying for a difference in quality. I guarantee whatever he's used to is not as high quality than what he got. Also, what he's describing was not expensive at all. $15 to $20? Are you kidding me? Are you what? I just can't relate. Like you know, everyone has different price ranges, but I don't live that way. And yeah, obviously he is the asshole to eat the whole thing and then complain afterwards. That poor manager. I don't even have it in me to pretend to have a straight face when I see this situation. I'd be like, okay, bye, just leave. Yeah, I don't know.
And you know, and the funny thing is like I've been put into situations where, you know, like. You know, like I'm not like I don't go out to like you know I mean I don't go out anywhere anymore, but like I don't go out. To,
I know none of us are going anywhere.
Yeah, but I don't go out to like you know crazy fancy restaurants all the time unless it's a big deal, like you know like it's like you're making some of that. But that doesn't mean I haven't been tricked into going to a fancier place. And what I mean is like you have like a group of friends and they're like, oh, we're all gonna meet up at whatever, just come on over. They got Italian food or whatever, and you show up there and they don't tell you that like oh. This is a real restaurant. This is a real place, you know. But I'm just like, okay, well, I'm here now. I'm just gonna deal with it, you know. Like I'll deal with these prices. I wasn't planning this. I thought we were just gonna go to like a smaller little bar restaurant or something. But hey, this is fine. Whatever. That's on me for not doing the research. I'm here. Yeah. I'm gonna pay the price. I'm gonna eat the food. I might joke about it, but I'm not like to myself, you know. Like, but I'm not gonna like. That's it. Like, you know, like you deal with it. Like, it's none of the employees' faults that you went into this uninformed, that you didn't do the research, that you didn't know what you were getting into. Like, who cares?
Even just looking at the menu when you're sitting down, you see the price. So I still understand.
I guarantee you that when that poor waiter came back and heard, "Where's the rest of my steak?" He was already ready. He was ready. He knew it was coming.
Yeah.
He knew that the rest of that fucking shit was coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, hands down, this guy's the asshole. Let me see if there's any juicy comments before we move on to our next one here. Let's see. Like, those prices are not even expensive. It seems you're not suited for fine dining.
Exactly.
And then edit. What makes you think you even deserve a discount? Like this. Was the food bad? You said the food was good. Shut the fuck up.
Not only that, you spelled gnocchi wrong, and that's really bothering me. It's really, really bothering me. He spelled it N-O-K-I.
Yeah.
It's just bothering me. You know. And the thing is, like that's some shit you can get at Olive Garden. Like, it's not. It's not. This
but I guarantee, even if the prices were the same and he went to an Olive Garden, he would have liked it more, because he's more comfortable with that sort of situation. Like he's never went to a more real restaurant.
And the thing is, like, there's nothing wrong with liking like stuff like Olive Garden and TGI Fridays. Like, look, I'm gonna eat breadsticks at Olive Garden if you take me to Olive Garden. I'm not gonna fucking complain like this. But holy shit, and like AJ said, these places have just that look to them already when you walk in. Like, you know what you're getting into, and then when you see the menu, you're kind of like, whatever. But that's $60 for two people. That's fucking awesome for what they got. Plus, they got drinks too. How much were the fucking drinks? How much were the drinks, I wonder?
$4.
They got fucking two Bud Lights, please.
The real
with my bison steak.
The real loser in this situation is that poor waiter that we know didn't get a tip.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh yeah, to pay.
You're right.
That's the person who lost the most here. The girlfriend, she can leave him at any time.
Obviously,
The waiter will forever be without that money.
And
Right.
obviously, she's very upset about the whole situation. He totally embarrassed
how would you not
her.
be embarrassed? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he totally embarrassed her.
And to lack that empathy, to not be like, to realize this is a scene. Like, it's like we talked about the last episode, like, don't do this shit in public.
Yeah.
Don't do this shit. And you want to talk, you want to complain about this, complain about it to her later on in private, and then she can ignore your ass and sit there on her phone and go, that sucks, whatever, and then just fucking move on from the conversation. Like, so but definitely the asshole. That was I knew you guys would get a little fired up for that one.
Yeah.
So I wanted to.
Yeah. I'm reading already.
I 100% would not. Like, that would be, I would be her. I would be very upset. Except I wouldn't be silent on the car ride home.
I'm so heavy in restaurants that, like, I'm not an Olive Garden person. You're not going to catch me there.
Right.
Unless you drag me kicking and screaming. I'm not going to places like that. So I couldn't even date someone who only ate at places like that. I can take time and educate. I have no problem with that, and explain why things are just different in different places. I've been doing this for a while. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're like, I need a Big Mac after that fancy schmancy meal, you're not for me at all.
I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. This dude's a fucking caveman.
Like, you can't, you just can't eat like a child with me.
Wow.
You just can't. Like, I don't even want to be with a picky eater. Like, for me, I mean, obviously I'm going to be eating in like Manhattan. That's a completely different situation. But even if I'm at like a regular schmegular place, I'm going to spend $60 on my portion because I'm not going to a chain restaurant. I'm just not. I'm going to have like at least 2 glasses of wine. They're probably $15 each. I'm not even kidding. And then the entree, even a shitty entree, is going to be like $30. Just me walking out the door in New York, you hear the ching ching and $100 is out your wallet and you didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
I can't relate to this post.
All right, who wants to step up for our next one?
I'm scared. Sam, go.
No, God. Okay. Swing over to my monitor, please, sir.
This one?
Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for accidentally ruining a gender reveal?
Oh my God.
I need to put this over here because this is easier for me to read. Okay.
I do not understand gender reveals. I really don't.
Okay, well, I'll get into that afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, I got
it. Okay. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
Am I the asshole for accidentally ruining a gender reveal? I can't believe I'm about to type this crap, but my sister-in-law asked me to be the secret keeper for her baby, it's their first one, and have a gender reveal at Thanksgiving. As in, the ultrasound tech would give them, the parents, an envelope, which we mailed to me, and then I planned a whole part of Thanksgiving to be a big hurrah where they and everyone else find out what they're having. And I planned this for weeks. I set it up for days in advance. I took every precaution to not tell anyone what the baby was, and I was gonna kill it. So the night before Thanksgiving, I was going through how the gender reveal would go and whatnot, how I had an indoor setup and then an outdoor setup since we were using smoke bombs for the big reveal. My sister-in-law asked me something about the smoke bombs, and I said, once you pull the pin, it'll smoke white for 10 seconds, and then it'll smoke blue. And before I could recover, we both realized that I'd slipped up. She locks herself in the bathroom crying, saying it's all ruined and that she doesn't even want to do it now because there's no point. Refuses to talk to me. I gave her some space. Obviously, I felt horrible. I went back a while later and said how sorry I was. I can't believe I just effing did that. I told her a story about how I ruined my own engagement, but that we still got married, and there's still a baby coming, and no one else knows. Like, there are people coming that will still play the guessing game, and no one will know that she found out. I don't know. I felt like shit, and we were both crying, and I thought it was fine. Then we were supposed to go to dinner with our in-laws, and she didn't go. Okay, great. Clearly, she doesn't want to sit through dinner with me. I get it. It's still raw. She's upset, whatever. But then I get to dinner and see that she has posted on Facebook about how her gender reveal was accidentally ruined, and that just so everyone knows, we already know. And hashtag never do. never doing a gender reveal again, and that
That's stupid.
and that it was supposed to be a special moment and it was ripped away and I'll never get it back. And I wanted to find out, but not like this, and on and on and on and on. Someone asked, how was it ruined? And she answered that her sister-in-law, me, accidentally said the color. Mind you, her parents didn't know, his parents didn't know, our other sister-in-law didn't know, and she really just wanted it on Facebook Live and have the stupid pictures anyway. I want to be supportive and excited because I know she's like that, and I enjoy doing things like this for people. But come on, no one would have known it was ruined if you hadn't posted that, and everyone knows who the person that ruined it was me. We went through with the reveal as planned. It was streamed live, so her intimate gatherings could get all the likes and comments. Normally she tags me and everyone in her post, but this time it was noticeably not tagged. So Reddit, am I the asshole for spilling the beans, or is my sister-in-law overdramatic and petty for blasting me all over social media?
I hate this story so much.
This is so stupid.
This is stupid.
Let me preface anything by saying, never invite me to a gender reveal because I do not give a fuck. Don't invite me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I do not fucking care. I don't care.
It's the biggest waste of time. Is it a second baby shower? Am I supposed to give you a gift? I'm very confused.
I don't care. You're having a baby. Congratulations, but I don't give a fuck.
A gender
about
reveal
your gender
has literally,
reveal.
it's not even about anything besides social media clout at this point. That's what
Yes.
people do. And from what we've seen here with having it streamed on Facebook Live and all this, like, that's literally more of what she was interested in.
Yes.
And she, like, okay, first of all, I love these everything here is so hyperbolic, you know, like saying things like, I'll never get it back again. I mean, one, you could have another kid and have another gender reveal if you really wanted something like that.
Yeah.
You could still have that. So whatever. Two, like this person said, the sister-in-law, you're still having a baby. Imagine being this upset about finding out the gender of your baby because it wasn't coming from fucking smoke. She says, I wanted to find out, but not this way. Like, you say that over something that bad actually happened. You know, you say that over something that's like, oh no, like, for whatever reason you found out and it's an actual bad thing, a medical thing or whatever. Not just like, I found out because she told me how this is going to work because I asked questions that maybe I shouldn't have asked anyway. Who cares? Like, this is so stupid.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
I'm like, this is the kind of shit that'll get me mad, just because I'm like, it's so self-righteous and just insane to me how people can get upset over something that's
Trivial.
Trivial, yeah.
Very, very. It doesn't matter. Who cares what
doesn't
gender your
matter.
baby is? You got
Is
a
your
baby.
baby healthy? Does it have all 10 fingers and toes?
Yeah.
You know, like, are you healthy? That's all I
Yeah,
care about.
Exactly.
Nothing else matters.
I
It's
guarantee
so dumb.
I guarantee this woman tried to stream the birth on Facebook Live.
Oh God!
Yeah, we could probably dig through stories and find something about how she feels wronged because the hospital wouldn't let her set up a tripod.
Oh my God! Wait! I bet you anything a Twitch streamer is gonna fucking stream their birth.
Their own birth.
Their own birth.
God, it's gonna happen at some point.
For clout.
Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point. I can't. This woman.
So a little part of me does I do understand the first part about being like, it was a slip up, right? And like being upset, like in
the very moment.
in the very moment, and being like, oh
Right.
man, like, damn.
Disappointed.
Yes.
Disappointed. Upset.
Yes.
Yeah.
But to make a whole ass post and basically
extra.
say that's too much. That's just
I want-
causing
Too much.
drama that is unnecessary. You're still having a baby. In the long run, like, how many times are you going to go back and look at this gender reveal? Calm the fuck down.
I want to know. I want to know what the husband thinks, because this is his sister that his wife is now attacking publicly all over everything. Because
Guarantee he already was like, I don't care about this gender reveal.
Yep. Yep.
Stupid. I have to put on pants for this. God.
right?
Yep.
So definitely 100% she is not the asshole. This woman who wrote this.
It was
is,
a mistake.
It's
No,
a
she
mistake.
wasn't the asshole.
It was a
Mistakes
mistake.
happen. Not the asshole. Unequivocally not the asshole.
No,
Like, that's,
she's not the asshole in this regard.
It sucks that it happened, and she seemed enthusiastic about it, but the asshole, I don't know. How can you call someone an asshole over a mistake that they made? Like, they didn't know. If they were doing it on purpose, that's different, but that's not the information.
Yeah, she didn't ruin it vindictively. It was literally a slip of the tongue.
this may be a little early. But can we name this episode # never doing a gender reveal again?
Sure. I mean, I think we should get to the end, but it's a contender. It's a contender.
Well, all right, Sushi, you are up. What have you got for us?
Oh god. Okay. We're an asshole, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one that I named Case of the X. I emailed it to myself and I named it Case of the X. I don't remember what it's about though, but we're just gonna get in there.
Oh no.
Maybe that's what we call it.
Yeah. Okay, it says, I am a 29 male. I need advice about my relationship with a 34-year-old female girlfriend. Oh God.
God.
I already hate him. Of 6 months. My female girlfriend. Oh God, I can't even not do the incel voice. I'm sorry. My disdain is coming out.
My female girlfriend.
Of 6 months.
Of 6 months.
Okay. Going into this relationship, I knew that my girlfriend had baggage from a past boyfriend who she dated for 4 years, and during that time, he cheated on her many times with several different partners and revealed his genitals to many girls as well, which is something he's done since a child. Yikes! I'm her first boyfriend. Yikes! I'm her first boyfriend in 10 years. Did I write this? What? Is this about me? Shit. Since that relationship ended, she went back to him several times because she believed that it wasn't his fault and he needed help. The first 5 months out of the relationship were the best I've ever had, but a month ago, she had to attend a wedding that he was present at. Leading up to that, and especially after, she slowly pulled away from me, being less physically and emotionally affectionate, as well as being very short with me. She also began to talk to her ex again just before the wedding and continued to. This isn't about cheating. He's in a very long-term relationship, and she refers to them as her past. One that still haunts her, and she says she's only talking to him in the hopes of forgiving him and getting over her intimacy problems that she's had since they broke up. I was the first person she was able to fully be intimate with again, and now that's gone as well, and she wants to stay together, and I feel how she did towards me before this. I'm sorry, the grammar in this whole thing is ridiculous. He's not an incel at all. Okay, I'm trying to paraphrase. Okay, so they're trying to stay together, but there's no guarantees. She's also starting therapy to deal with this as well. It makes sense to me that she would react like this, and I feel like she's doing everything she should and can, even if talking to her ex again probably won't help her much, as she's admitted. She's also trouble talking. What are you writing, sir? She also has trouble talking about it, so I don't push her to because that's causes problems. I care about her a lot, and I've seen before how great we can be together, but I'm having trouble being with someone who's unable to be affectionate and, in her own words, not entirely in this for the time being. It's depressing me, but I'm trying to stay distracted and give her space and have patience. How should I proceed? That's a mess.
Wow.
That is a mess.
And that was am I the asshole?
Yeah.
That's
under am I the asshole?
What?
Not relationship. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Okay, well, first, if English is his first language.
I know, there's that. Is English your first language, sir?
I'm a little curious on that just because of because I have seen it on these forums. There are a lot of we'll see some things that are pretty poorly written or worded, but then at the end you'll usually find oh, by the way, sorry, English isn't my first language. I have no idea with this because it was like, you know, he didn't say that, I guess, but that's
He doesn't even really say if he's like upset about anything or if he did anything. So I'm not sure.
Maybe
why
he just feels like the asshole for dealing with it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is a whole mess. It sounds like she is getting therapy for it, which is good.
Very good.
She's acknowledged that she isn't like fully present in the current relationship as she should be. She's acknowledged that it is a problem. It sounds like he doesn't know how to proceed in how. It sounds like he hasn't really done anything really wrong or anything. He just is in a situation in which someone he cares about is going through a rough time and he doesn't know what to do about it. Which honestly, I don't know if there's anything he can do about it except, you know, either he needs to decide if he has the mental capacity to support her through this therapy and tag along, or, you know, maybe she needs some space and he needs to come to terms with the fact that this isn't going to work out right this second because she needs to work on some of her history. I don't know. This one was a whole fucking...
It's a whole ride.
Ride, yeah.
I think this is definitely one of those ones that, like, I don't know if maybe he misjudged where he was posting this or something, but yeah, like, it definitely feels more like relationships than Am I the Asshole? So I don't really think we can really classify him as an asshole without knowing what he's doing.
Yeah.
He didn't say what he's doing. He just talked about his relationship and what she's going through. So, I mean, like, I don't really think there's any assholes in this.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of like just a very sticky situation.
Yeah.
Like, what are people saying in the comments?
It's a
like,
dick situation. That they're in the same situation, not the asshole. It's archived, so
yeah, so, some yeah.
Yeah. Basically what we're saying, it's a mess.
Yeah, like, I mean, I wouldn't call this dude an asshole. I would say maybe proofread before you put something out on the internet, but
Yeah, that was tough to get through. That was really bad.
you know, it's funny because, like, I try to read them, like, I try to read them verbatim.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, you just can't because
Yeah.
You
like,
just can't.
because if you do it, like, it's not going to make sense to anyone who's hearing you say it. Like, you have to, like, decode
Exactly.
it a little bit. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was doing towards the middle. I was like, what are you saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, you have to, like, decode what they're saying,
Yeah.
because, like, sometimes, like, it's almost like they themselves were maybe upset when writing it or something, and they just kind of
Oh, yeah.
derailed and trains
Yeah.
of thought got everywhere, and, you know, like, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this guy's an asshole, but we don't really have much information on what he thinks he might have done. Like, if he's sticking beside her while she's trying to get herself taken care
Right.
of, then no. But if he's holding that against her in some way, then yeah. So I would say right now, based on what we have, I'm not going to call this guy an
Yeah.
asshole. Like,
No.
not enough information.
Maybe he wanted to know
overall.
if she was the asshole, which is also a bit much.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if that's the case, I'm not going to call her an asshole either. Like, somebody who's got, like, emotional baggage, and they're also trying to, like, get
better themselves.
themselves,
and that's
yeah.
the thing
If they're
too. Is,
trying, if they're actually trying.
And that's the thing too, is he admits that she is seeking therapy and she understands that there is an issue. So it's not like he's going, oh, these are all these things that are a problem, and she's just actively ignoring everything. Like, he
Right.
even admits that she's acknowledged there's an issue and she
Yeah.
needs help.
the very least, I think maybe it's one of those things. Maybe if she had all this baggage, maybe she wasn't ready to be, like, in another relationship right away until she got her own stuff taken care of. But again, these aren't, like, asshole things. Like,
Yeah.
these are human emotional mistakes and people trying to cope with something. So I wouldn't say she's an asshole,
No.
like, or he or them. So, all right, we'll move on here. Got our "Am I the Assholes" taken care of. We got some lighter misconnections. Which, speaking of that, just to keep anybody who's been following this up to date, you know, we want to like kind of do a little sandwich of, like, "Am I the Asshole?", some misconnections, and then some, like, relationships. That's what we've been doing. We have kind of tossed around the idea, and we'll probably pursue it more in the future, about maybe in the middle segment. It might not always be misconnections. It might be some other, like, dumpster diving on the internet. You know, we might try to find some bad YouTube comments and discuss those. Just some small little micro things to chew on and laugh at. So just so you all know, we'll see what we're doing. But right now, we do have some misconnections. I got a real simple one, and I thought it was funny. That's why I grabbed it. This is from South Dakota, right?
Okay.
And it just says, "What the hell is wrong with Craigslist?" And it says, "Craigslist, you are missing a connection. You are deleting every freaking post I send over. The hell is wrong with you?"
Right.
Wow.
There was just something so funny to me about this man who's really trying to post in misconnections, and
They keep taking it down.
yeah, like they keep taking it down, and he's like so furious. So now he's like, "They're the misconnection." Which, again, real quick, little side tangent here. There has been a change in misconnections in these last couple of years. Because I remember I used to browse these when I was younger, right? And I feel like, you know what, Craigslist, what the hell is the matter with you? Because you need to moderate your stuff better. Because misconnections are supposed to be like, I saw you at the market and you were sniffing bagels and I thought you were cute. But now it's literally just like, looking and get my dick sucked, come over at 12. Like, everything is like somebody who's like,
There's a section for that.
Exactly. There's a different section for that. Like, keep your missed connections in missed connections, and keep your like personal ads, like trying to get your dick sucked or get fucked or whatever you're trying to do. Put that in the other. Don't mix them. Come on,
need
guys.
a pipe cleaned.
You are making it harder for us. We have to dig through more of your bullshit to find the good stuff. So
I agree.
come on,
I
Craigslist.
agree. Get your shit together, Craigslist. God.
So speaking of bullshit, that's exactly what I got. This one is from Fargo.
Oh boy.
Don't you know?
Got a problem with dry ass? If you've got a problem with dry ass, I can help you with that. I am very experienced with advanced moistening techniques that will open a new world of pleasure for you.
Bruh.
So the one
That's how you get a stick of butter in your asshole.
what got me what got me is the advanced moistening techniques. Does this motherfucker have like a certificate in like yeah, I took a advanced moistening technique 101 class.
I went to night school for advanced moistening techniques.
I have her certificate.
He's got it like framed
And cleaning
on the
your
wall.
pipes.
He's got it framed on the back of the wall.
This man went to a class at a night school that was a recommendation from him from one of his buddies at an AA meeting. That's how he found this. It was like he went into like a whole thing. Like he went to AA meetings, and then somebody's like, "Hey man, I if you're interested, I know this place we go. They got advanced moistening techniques. It's a class at night down on Fifth Avenue.
Yuck.
You got anything for us, Sushi? You got any?
Oh, do I? Okay, this one is an actual misconnection, and it's not gross. This one's called. So that's new. This one is from New York City. Cute brunette female at Trader Joe's, 14th Street, Manhattan. I shop at that Trader Joe's, and they have the wine store, and that's where I buy my $2 Chuck. So holla at me, $2 Chuck. Okay, you couldn't keep your eyes off my bulge. Okay, well,
You said it wasn't gross. You a liar.
I fucking lied.
Maybe he's one of those dudes who just carries around a bunch of like penny rolls in his pocket. And
No, stop it.
Yeah. We made quick eye contact, both smiled at each other through our masks. Then I was rushed out of the store. Hopefully, we can reconnect. By the NYU security that's right next door. Yeah.
I was literally rushed out of the store by security. Call me.
So, my bad. That was gross. I didn't remember it being gross, so what does that say about me?
Oh, no. Oh, God. Well, I'm very upset about her lying that it wasn't
I know.
gross.
I did lie.
And then in the first second.
I noticed you staring at my bulge.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to know what are these dudes that are like, "Hey, little lady, I caught you across the room, and I couldn't help but notice that your gaze was down at my bulge, and I thought, maybe you'd come to Craigslist later on and search for me.
I hate it here so much.
God.
I hate it here. Oh, I found. Okay, it's too late. I'll save it for next week. But I found the one that wasn't gross.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get that one next time. God.
It's kind of sweet.
We'll get that in our next episode. So stay tuned for the kind of sweet one.
The non-gross.
In episode 4 here. All right. So let's get back into this juicy stuff here. I had another one pulled up. I got a relationships here, but I remembered last week I did mention another one that I read to you guys. I read the title and I didn't read the actual thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and step back and read that one now.
Is it gonna make us mad again?
It's actually this one. Yeah. So this one. Oh, it's gonna make you guys mad. The one for next week, actually, I don't think will make you mad. I planned out some new ones that are they're a little bit more wholesome. They're not just vitriol, but I had already had these planned out from last week. That's why they're what they are. But the next ones, stay tuned for episode 4. They're gonna be great. But anyway, here we go. Relationships. My husband, 29 male, gave me, 29 female, an ultimatum to lose weight, but now he says I am too skinny. I packed my bags and left, but he keeps calling and asking for a second chance.
Oh boy.
Hello, Reddit. I'm normally a lurker, and I can't think of a better name for this account right now. The account is throwaway help us DCID. It's not.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I met my husband 6 years ago when we both had graduated college. He was a lovely guy, handsome, and very well put together. He loved muscle cars and weightlifting, and I loved everything about him. I fell in love with him instantly and was over the moon when he asked me to marry him. A year into our marriage, I became pregnant with our son and gained about 30 pounds. I was 5'3", 125 pounds before the baby and 155 pounds after the baby. I still fit into the same clothing sizes, so I didn't think I had gained too much weight and that it would come off with breastfeeding and some more exercise. After the baby, my husband started pressuring me to lose the weight. He said that his friends were making comments about how fat I had gotten. Toss them all in the garbage, by the way. That's my comment, not from this.
Yep.
And that he was not as attracted to me as he was before I had the baby. Toss him in the garbage.
Yep.
Also my comment. He gave me an ultimatum that I either would have to lose the 30 pounds in 6 months or he would leave me. I was very upset about the demand, but I didn't want to lose him, so I tried my hardest to lose the weight. Every day for months, I would wake up and go to hot yoga for 90 minutes. After I got home from work, I would run or do some body weight exercises. I tried to keep my calorie count below 1,200 so that I would lose 2 or more pounds a week. The weight slowly but surely started to come off, and I was back down to 130 by the end of the 6 months. My husband was happy and things looked like they would be okay. After I lost the weight, I noticed a shift in the attitude of my husband's friends. Most of them are perfectly nice guys. No, they're not, because of the shit they said earlier. Again, my comment. But a few of them are absolute pieces of shit. The same ones that called me fat. Once I returned to the old weight, these friends started to make comments about me and how sexy I was. I told my husband to make them stop, and he said that he would speak to them, but the rude comments never stopped. I channeled all of my frustrations into working out, and I lost an additional 15 pounds of body fat and got more toned. This past weekend, my husband's friends were over at the house, and one of them grabbed me and tried to grope me. I told my husband, even though he was angry at his friend, he was still angry at me. My husband said that I was leading his friends on by losing so much weight and that I was trying to make myself skinny so that I could cheat on him. I was disgusted by this accusation and packed my bags and left to my mom's house. Last night, my husband called me and begged me to come back home. He says that he knows he was unfair and that he won't let his friend come over anymore. But I'm so tired of dealing with this that I'm not sure I want him back. He's the one that told me to lose weight, but now he's blaming me for being too skinny, and I'm afraid it's going to make me develop an eating disorder. But I also still love my husband, and it hurts a lot to be apart from him. I'm so confused, and I'm not sure what to do. TLDR, had a baby, gained weight, husband told me to either lose the weight or leave. I would lose the weight, then some of his friends started hitting on me. Husband blamed me for it, and I left him. He called me yesterday asking for a second chance, and I don't know if I should give him one. Holy
No,
shit.
you shouldn't.
No.
Oh
No.
my God.
No.
First of all, she already did way too much for this dude by even losing the weight, because she didn't lose it for herself. She lost it because she was pressured in doing it.
Yep.
So she already doing way too much.
So she says that she would come home from work and run or do some body weight exercises, which means that she would wake up, do hot yoga, and then she would go to work. And then she would come home and she would run and do some body weight exercises. And you have to imagine she's also taking care of that baby.
Whole house.
And probably the whole house, and throw the whole man away. And throw him in the trash. Take his friends. Let him be with his fucking friends. Then how dare you not tell your friend to fuck off? How dare you?
How do you agree with him? Not just tell him to fuck off. How do you agree with him?
How do you agree with him? How have you made it so that I don't feel comfortable in my own fucking house?
Yep.
This, and again, this comes back. We talked about this, I believe, in episode 2. It's very similar to the situations where it's like the daughters or whatever who are told, like, oh, your dad's friend Jeff's coming over. You better look nice. They put the blame.
Take those shorts off. Put some pants on.
Yeah, they put the blame on the women, and it's like, dude, you
control yourself. Yeah.
How about you control yourself, and how about you don't let your fucking creepy, grabby friends in my goddamn house that I'm paying the mortgage for? It's not even a matter of like, oh, don't. My friend's not going to come over anymore. He shouldn't be your friend. He's not your friend. Your friend groped your wife. That's not your friend. Like.
He's sexualizing your wife in front of you, in front of her.
He's literally saying it to him.
Yeah, and before sexualizing his wife, he sat there and talked shit about his wife, saying that she had gained too much weight and that she was fat. Like, this dude had so many chances to make better decisions, and he kept not making them. He should have never ever kept those friends that were making fun of his wife to begin with. All of them should have been in the trash. Yeah. He should have never given her an ultimatum.
First of all, also, she says she's 5'3", and before the baby, she was 125, right? And then she gained 30 pounds. He wants her to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. That is honestly a lot of weight within a small amount of time, depending on people's bodies. Like, that's just like, some people can't lose weight that fast, and some people can, some people can't. And to say that, like, is just, especially after your body goes through being pregnant and having a child. She was breastfeeding as well. Like, and we don't know any of the other cases either. Like, is she on medication? Is she on, any of these other, is she doing anything else? What's her diet like? Like, dude, you don't fucking know. She just carried your child, and you're more concerned with the fact that she gained 30 pounds because she carried your fucking kid.
Her body made an entire human being. That's crazy.
I really hope she didn't have a daughter, because that daughter's going to grow up with a dad like this.
Oh, yep.
I hope she had a son, that way she can grow up.
It says I became pregnant with our son. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Then she better grow. She better constantly remind this kid that he ain't shit.
He ain't shit. I'm telling you.
Don't be like your piece of shit dad.
Oh my God. I really hope.
How did that man wrangle a wife? How?
Right?
How did that person get married to a human being?
God, I hope she got away.
Crazy.
I really do. I hope she walked away from this, because this is absolutely absurd. Because the whole thing is, he's realizing that he fucked up now because she actually did something and left. But I guarantee you he'll do it again.
Imagine
will.
what else he says to her.
Exactly.
That's just what we're hearing.
This is literally one of the comments says your husband's love and respect fluctuates with your weight. Think about that, and that is that's it right there.
Yep.
The love and respect that she gets fluctuates with her weight,
And whether or not his friends like it,
right?
why would you hold your wife like to a standard of what your friends like? Fuck your friends.
Yo, in a relationship, it's about you two. That's it. The end.
Right.
None of these other people, none of these other friends, none of their opinions fucking matter. Like, none of this shit concerns them. Your friends are all trash. You're a trash dude. I mean, everybody here in the comments are literally saying don't go back.
Yeah.
So I hope that she did not go back.
He just by her little this story right here. Yeah, like this comment says, it's control. Like he has control issues.
It's so toxic.
It's very
terrible.
toxic. It's very toxic. God, I hope she got away.
Me too.
But like I said, guys, my next one won't be as bad. So next week it won't make you as angry.
So stay tuned.
So that's all I got on that one. And I got ourselves nice and angry.
Thanks, AJ. Thanks for that.
I know.
You're great. That was awesome. Like, if that's what's out there, I'm just gonna stay single forever. I can't. That sounds like nonsense, and I can't tolerate that. Also, not to backtrack, I know we're kind of done, but like, I wouldn't want my friends to be very, very vocal about like, yeah, I want to fuck your wife. Are you kidding?
Oh my God.
What?
I know. It's
That's weird, right?
No, that's
is that
weird.
just
completely
that's
weird.
very bizarre.
That's fucking weird.
I want to bang your wife. What?
Right? Like, oh my God. And then to blame her after you've given her an ultimatum. I'm going to leave you if you don't get skinny, but it's your fault that my friend groped you in our kitchen.
Oh my God.
What the fuck, dude?
Ultimatums, victim blaming, and Noki. We got
Inoki.
And we got
I love how you did the air quotes.
The air quotes.
Yeah.
You
guys
could
can't see it, but I hope you felt it.
I hope you felt that.
I
The
hope
air
you felt
quote
the air
wind.
quote Noki. Yeah.
I feel you felt it. I feel like you felt it.
All right, Sam. What do you got for us?
I feel like I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit
Okay,
here.
I'm ready. Lighten us.
Have you guys ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I'm not.
I've like seen like an episode here and there. I've never like fully watched or anything. No.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Okay.
Help! My boyfriend won't stop talking like Uncle Iroh.
To Google this real quick. What does that mean?
Okay, guys, this is going to be a weird one, and I know it, and I'm sorry in advance, so buckle up. As a child, I, 20 female, loved Avatar, and my boyfriend, 28 male, evidently had a terrible childhood because he had never seen the show. One day, I mentioned how much I had liked the show growing up, so he suggested that we watch it together. I was really excited because I thought it was sweet. He not only remembered that I liked it, but that he wanted to watch it together. Boy, if only I could see into the future and know how much I'd come to regret my decision. We watched the show together in the course of like a month, and my boyfriend loved it. I mean, like, really loved it. He references it all the time on our daily life, and to be honest, at first it was really funny because it was always appropriate to the situation. In particular, one of the funniest things he did whenever we were making out was say, in a near perfect Uncle Iroh voice, "Prince Zuko, come and give your uncle a kiss." Now, I'm not going to do the impression because, yeah.
While you were reading this, just so you know, I went and listened to it, so I'm sighing more now. And I hear the voice in my head, so.
Now, I admit this had me dying of laughter the first 15 or so times, but now, guys, it's been 2 months of this every single time we're intimate, and it's usually multiple times. I am at my wit's end. I've tried asking him nicely to stop. I've tried asking him not so nicely to stop. He just won't stop. Is this some kind of mental thing? A couple times I've caught him trying to give sage advice to the kids who live on it on the street, but they usually just run away from the strange guy talking in the weird voice. What do I have to do to have my boyfriend back and no longer be dating the Fire Lord's brother?
Okay. So, Sushi.
Wow.
Here, I'm just gonna play a soundbite from it. I'll play it into the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, let's play it so the whole audience is on the same page as well as me.
This comes directly from his top 15 words of wisdom.
Great.
Again, I don't.
One place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole.
This city is a prison. I don't.
So that's the voice. So knowing that this dude's like, come here, give your uncle a kiss, Prince Zuko, or whatever the fuck he's saying, like that.
So what we have here is a man who's found a joke that worked a couple times, and now he won't let it go. Oh, how many of those do I know?
I was laughing at the part where you said it was funny the first 15 times or so, because something about like
Dear
that specific number,
Lord.
like if somebody tells me a joke 15 times, like
It's not funny.
it's funny the first 15 to 25 times, you know. Like,
Sir, we're locked in together, quarantined during this pandemic. I need you to stop using the one joke that you learned while we were in quarantine.
I'm going to kill you, and I can't hide a body right now. So let's work
People
together.
will ask questions.
and can we just discuss the fact that like while he somehow turned this into like a really gross, weird fantasy? Like if he's playing part of the uncle, but like he's giving her forcing the role of her as the prince, the nephew.
I don't know if he's going that far.
I'm not. But like it's just like
he
like.
definitely needs to fucking
Yeah, that's what
stop.
I'm saying. Like to be like
This is a
to be
real
intimate
weird
and be
role
like,
play.
come here, prince. Like it's your uncle. Like I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack
there's
there.
a lot.
Wow.
And it. What a problem. What a weird problem to have. What a
She's asked him nightly. She's asked him not so nicely. At
Here's
this point, you gotta just stop making out with him. You just gotta just go do something else when he does that bullshit.
I want to know when she's asked him not so nicely. How does he respond? Does he just ignore it completely and just
Very
keeps
true.
going? Like that's what I want to know. Like when
Yeah.
when someone's like, seriously, please stop. Like you're not. This isn't
Right.
funny anymore. When they bring
Yeah.
out that tone, are you just like, come here, Prince Zuko? Like,
One more again.
Oh my god!
and the fact that he's giving like words of wisdom to kids up the street, like what is that? Like,
Maybe he has a weird tick. Do you think it's like a tick?
oh my god, it's a. That could be the word.
Like he just really can't stop doing it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, I think he found a joke that he thinks is funny, and he literally won't let it die. He literally won't let it die, and because she doesn't want it anymore, he's now portraying that voice upon the children of the street.
Whew. Yeah, you're right. That was a good one. That was a nice light one here. Mm-hmm. Sushi, are you gonna keep us light, or are you sinking us back to the depths?
I think it might be a little depthy. It's a little deep.
All right.
I should have saved mine for last.
Right.
This one is definitely in relationships. It's called Wondering What I Should Do. So I've been with my current girlfriend for about 2 years now. It started as just hooking up, but as time went on, I started to really like her. She has stronger feelings than I did sooner than I did. So I guess she liked him more than he liked her. I do love this girl. She's sweet and totally loves me. Probably one of the sweetest girls I've ever been with. We have our problems. We seem to argue a lot. There's a 5-year age difference between us, her being younger than I. She has personality quirks and sometimes annoys the piss out of me. She also gets extremely emotional, is on Prozac, I think. Not that that makes her a bad person. It just gets to be too much to deal with. We also live about an hour apart. with both of us working through the week only to see each other weekends. When we do see each other, it's either really fun or we spend most of the time arguing. She's the youngest child of a big family, and due to that and previous relationships, she's used to whining and getting what she wants. But then I think about how good it is when we aren't arguing. We have fun with each other. The sex is incredible. I'm a pretty big dude and I have a good face and I carry myself well, but I'm no Channing Tatum. And as such, I don't have chicks throwing themselves at me. She's got a pretty face, a good body, awesome ass. I'm just so angry right now. I wish her boobs were
Oh my God.
I wish her boobs were bigger, but that's not all it's about. I'd say looks wise, she's at the upper end of what I'm able to pull. I hate it here, but we don't connect as well as I did with my ex.
Oh,
I feel like
Oh no.
I feel like my heart isn't totally in it. I'm not sure if it's a sign I should break it off and look up for someone I'm more compatible with mentally and emotionally, or if I should stick with it and hope that her immaturity. Wow, can I speak? I hope that her immaturity goes away as she gets older. I think it's called Stop Wasting Women's Time 2020. Go away.
Man. Okay. Like
Go away.
Did he say the ages again or no?
This
I know there was a
fucking-
5-year age
No
difference.
ages. No
Okay.
ages.
This
No
fucking
ages.
curve for me.
Let me see if there's like an edit.
Because at the beginning, I was kind of like, oh, well, maybe that immaturity thing, maybe this arguing all the time is not so good, But then he came at me with the whole, oh, she's got pretty face, a banging body, nice ass. I don't know about her boobs though. Like, oh, dude, you're only hanging on to her because you think you can't get other women. That's it.
But you don't actually like her personality.
But you don't actually like her personality.
And the fact
Women.
if you are asking for relationship advice, but at any point in time while you're doing it, you describe their physical appearance, then
Or stop listening.
yeah,
Yep.
like that's you at any point that was like that mattered
Yeah.
to you. Like
If you don't like the personality quirks, how long has the relationship been?
2 years. 2 years.
Whoa, 2 years? Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I did not listen to that part.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years, and you don't
Yeah.
like her personality quirks. Get the fuck out of this relationship.
Yeah, you just don't like her.
You literally don't like her. You don't like her.
yeah.
You're literally
Right.
there
And a lot of
because
people
you
need
like
to
her
realize
body.
they just don't like their partner. And that's
Holy
okay,
shit.
but break up.
But she's in the upper echelon of what I can pull.
I'm no Channing Tatum, guys.
God.
Like okay, just that mentality of like
I'm no Channing Tatum, but she's in the upper echelon, and I don't know if I can get a ass that nice again.
He's no Channing Tatum, but he's also no Drew Carey.
Yeah.
So like, dude, shut the fuck up. Just
I
shut
bet his
up.
personality sucks too.
Oh, you know it does. You know
Yeah.
it does. Like, I want to know what personality quirk he doesn't like. Like, I'm so curious. I'm so nosy. I want to know what it
I know.
is. Like this little, because it's something fucking stupid. Something dumb,
Yeah.
like she spends
Yeah.
20 minutes in the bathroom sometimes, like putting on her skincare routine. Like, and he
Yeah.
calls that a personality
it's
quirk.
good. Yeah. Her
Or
personality
she never
quirk
knows
is-
where she wants to eat. Something dumb.
her personality quirk is literally just making sure he washes his ass in the shower and he hates it.
Her personality quirk is that she spells Noki N-O-K-I.
Yeah. Her personality quirk is making sure he puts on fucking moisturizer so he doesn't have a greasy face and it ruins his
Right.
autonomy.
He brushes his hair every once in a while.
Her personality quirk is cooking him dinner and he hates that. He hates that
He
she
hates it.
Her
She's the
personality
worst.
quirk is taking care of him on the weekends and he's just not about
He's not trying to deal with that.
Right. Her personality quirk is that she drives an hour to go see this fucking incel.
Oh my God, you're right. She does.
Her personality quirk is that her boobs aren't big enough.
Yeah. Well, her butt is great, but her boobs, I don't know. I could take it or leave it. Shut up, dork.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
if this is seriously, you're looking for relationship advice, just stop it. Just leave women alone. That's my advice. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
You don't need to be in a relationship.
You literally don't need to be with anybody.
He needs
No.
he needs I want him to get in a relationship with a woman with a lot of self-confidence.
No,
And
a
it's-
woman with self-confidence would never.
Just like someone that could literally just put him in his place and then dump him and like that that's what I mean.
Make
like,
him self-reflect.
Yes, exactly. He needs to be the one in the relationship because he clearly is kind of looking at himself in this kind of like I'm better than her sort of situation. You know, she's got these
catch.
Yeah, and like so he needs like somehow he needs to rope in he needs to get roped in is what needs to happen. And then they need to be like, oh man, you're trash.
Dude,
I could take or leave his dick, but
so some of these dudes, like, I really wish that they could see it from the other end in the sense of like, how would you feel if your girlfriend went to Reddit and was like, hey Reddit, I've been dating my boyfriend for 2 years and he's just got these weird personality quirks that I don't think we're compatible in that way. And, you know, we really don't get to see each other except on the weekends and we argue a lot. You know, he's got kind of a banging body and his dick's kind of good, but like, man, he's just got no butt and his hair's a little weird. Like, but
His portfolio's lacking.
I'm no like Victoria's Secret model, but I'm definitely up there. You know, like, what?
Yep.
How would you feel reading that about yourself, Mr.
Coming from your
Mr. Non-Channing
other.
Tatum?
Yeah, coming from your
2 years.
Of 2 years.
Coming from your significant other and it's putting you on blast to like all these. Yeah, it's
Stop wasting this woman's time. Stop it.
I feel like this is a whole conversation that he should have had in the first like few weeks of meeting her.
Yup.
Because he's never actually liked her personality. Like, I understand in the beginning of a relationship when you don't know the person really and you're still figuring it out. Like, if I want to really keep dating this person, you're just on the fence about it. And he's never gotten past that point.
Are there any good comments or is there an edit or anything? Did he say anything else?
There is no edit. But there's one comment that says, would you want to be with someone who figured they might as well stay with you because they don't think they are attractive enough to get someone better? So that's kind of what we were saying.
And that's the thing too. Like, dude,
you don't want to be with her. You don't want to be alone.
That's exactly
you
it.
just don't want to be alone. You want a placeholder, which is awful.
You literally just want another person, or you just want a body next to you. Like you,
and you're too lazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Let her leave.
Let her leave. Like, what are you holding her back from?
Leave
Like,
her
what does she want with
alone.
her life that she's just holding on to you? She thinks that you love her and you don't even like her.
Go work on yourself.
Yeah.
Go work on yourself. Go work
It
on
is
yourself.
okay to be single.
And
that's fine.
Go live your life, and then maybe later on you'll be ready for a relationship. But
you go
figure
turn
out what you
yourself into
want.
Channing Tatum.
I'm no Channing Tatum.
we're gonna give that guy an
that's a
ultimatum. He
reference.
needs to lose some weight.
Yeah.
He needs to lose some
Fabio.
weight.
Man, do you think anybody listening even knows who Fabio is right now? Did you just
No, I
secretly
aged myself. I'm
age
sorry.
all of us? Like,
Oh God.
oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
80s kids, sorry.
All right, so I think we got through our stories this week. It's been a good. These were
were pretty good.
These are pretty good. I've already
good
gone
round.
ahead and picked up my next ones for the next week, and I'm excited. I think you guys will be excited too. Before I go into my little outro thing, do you guys have any, like, you want to plug anything? You want to say anything? Like, either one of you, like, Sushi, got anything you want to say or plug, or
Lives matter.
Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, there you go.
And
I'm gonna shamelessly plug myself.
yeah, plug yourself.
So you can find me at Sam Without a Plan on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also streaming 6 days a week on Twitch, Sam Without a Plan, but also Black Lives Matter.
Definitely. I think definitely Black Lives Matter, 100%.
Also wear a fucking mask.
Wear a mask.
And wash your goddamn hands.
Yes. These are all like things that people should just be doing and saying regardless. So wear a mask, wash your hands. I want to remind everybody, we are officially 100% on iTunes and Spotify now. If you are listening to this on any one of those, hey, if you're on Spotify, do the little heart thing. If you're on iTunes, like, give us some 5 stars. Give us write a review. Help us help you. We can get out there. If you're listening on YouTube, hey,
Absolutely.
Follow, because we're trying to get that number up, because we want to get our own unique URL for this, and we need to get some more subscribers on here. So, I know it's dumb, but like that stuff, all that analytic bullshit that happens in the scenes behind all this shit, it actually does matter. It does. So like, whatever you're listening to us on, you can find us on these other platforms. We're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we're on Podbean, we are on YouTube. We have a Twitter. The Twitter for this podcast is ESH Podcast. That's the Twitter. It's easy to get to. You can find all of us. I'm also on Twitter at It's Simply AJ. And Sam already plugged hers. And Sushie, you want to go ahead and plug your?
Sushie Monster on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And if you guys have any comments or suggestions, we're open to that. Also, this is still a very brand new podcast. We're figuring out our own rhythm. If you have a real genuine suggestion or critique that's helpful, we're open to hear about that. You can hit us up on Twitter or on Discord. All three of us are pretty
and the email
pretty
too.
Vocal there. The email, email. There's just comment on YouTube. We'll see it.
Whatever. Yeah,
wherever you can comment or send a little note. We'll read it. We'll take it into consideration. Or any ideas. If you have a banger idea, maybe we'll implement it. You never know.
For real.
And what's the email, AJ?
The email is everyonesucksherepodcast@gmail.com.
All
so
right.
it's all pretty simple. We're trying to keep this all pretty simple as best we can. I was originally going to do everyone sucks here for Twitter, but apparently that's actually too long. It breaks the character limit. I'm like, okay, fine. So ESH Podcast.
Did you do the numeral? Everyone.
Oh god, it'd be so gross. Ew.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate that.
Ew, I don't like that. Don't like
We'll
that.
never get a sponsorship from MeUndies with a number in her name.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got to remove numbers and underscores here. All right.
Seriously though, send us your drama and tell me if you think you're an asshole, because I'm just nosy and curious.
Yeah, I mean, we'll read it. We'll read it, and if you let us know if you want to use a name or a pseudonym or whatever.
Send me a misconnection, and maybe we'll throw it out there.
Or do you want advice from us directly? Skip Reddit. Come to us. We'll let you know if you're an asshole.
Exactly. So
I don't know if you want that information, but we're here to help.
we're here to talk shit and riff and laugh and maybe give some sort of maybe we'll get these misconnections to meet up finally. If we could do nothing else, that would be perfect. So that being said, guys, that is it. Episode 3, we've nailed it. It is done. You will find us again every Wednesday. Check these every Wednesday. They're going up. They'll be up on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. I meant to say that earlier. It's every Wednesday. So we'll catch you guys next week for another episode. Thank you all, and goodbye for ever. Not forever. Till next week. Goodbye.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh my God, Sam.